You're good. So have they given you any update on the contract, whether they've been offered extensions? Have they told you?
How you doing, guys?
Good to see you.
You wanna?
Yeah, have they given you any indication whether there's going to be an extension before the deadline?
Oh,
Contract extension.
I wouldn't really talk about a lot. It's pretty simple on my end. I'm not worried about it. I still have a year left on my deal. That I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to show. We'll see what's gonna happen in next. I don't know how many 20 days.
Yeah.
How many days is left, but hopefully we end up figuring something out and end up staying, in the place that drafted me. But like I said, I'm not really worried about it because I know how better player I am. I know how much I have to work more and how much I can help this team be better. So even if nothing happens this year, I know next year is going to be a pretty good one for me.
Has the team made an offer?
I wouldn't really talk about it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
What was it like this summer to play a little bit more with the ball in your hand, a little bit more on the wing like you seem to like to play, but knowing here the way the roster is set up, they really could use you in the power rotation. Looks like you've added some muscle, so what's the balance for you between maybe needing to play as a power player here, but maybe your skills are best suited to be more of a wing, even a point guard, point forward?
I mean, I wouldn't say I liked it better as a wing. I had to play wing back home because, of the kind of rotations we had, and at the moment I was one of our, better defenders, which you guys weren't used to really. But I think I helped them a lot defensive. That's where they used me. I know I'll probably have to play 5 this year and 4 for sure, and I'm not worried about it. At this age, I figure out the things I have to do to help this team win, and if it's guarding your bigger guys and then trying to stretch the floor a little bit, it's gonna help the team, and that's what it's all about. So I'm not really worried about it.
There are a bunch of guys on this team who've dealt with injuries in recent years. Tyler's one of them. Boom, now we're waiting for his ankle. You last season, again, had your misfortune. How important is it to you to stay healthy? And is there any way you can try to stay healthy, or do things just happen?
I mean, it's the most important thing, to play as many games as I can. And I think I worked the whole summer to, kind of maintaining the balance where I can stay healthy through the whole year. But, there's some things you just can't avoid. Like I always say, last year, before the Olympics, I broke my foot, stepped on someone. I broke my nose during the start of the season. Someone elbowed me. And then I broke my hand because someone hit my hand. I think there's those stuff you can't really, kind of stop. Like what was I supposed to do? If someone hits you,
Right.
I can talk to my bone and tell it to, not break. But hopefully, and I'm really preparing my body to, maintain it through the whole season, and I play as many games as I can.
Spoke about how his relationship with Precious Achua changed from when he was a rookie. When you were a rookie here with Spo, he might have been hard on you, or you might have perceived it that way. I'm just curious, as we've gone through the years, where's that relationship with Spoelstra? Do you feel you still have to prove to him, or do you feel he sort of knows more of what and who you are?
I mean, I feel like I always have to prove, stuff to the team, and I think it's a good thing, because every year is different. So, as long as I'm proving that I can play and I should be on the court, that's the most important thing. But my relationship with our head coach, it's mainly, professional, and I feel like it should be that way. Of course, we can be good off the court, this and that, but I don't think any coach should be really a friend with the player, because at the end of the day, this is all work for us. And yeah, it's great. I feel like he tells me what he wants me to do. I tell him sometimes, how I feel in a certain ways, and it's like I say, it's mainly professional. It's easy to talk with one of the best ever.
How much are they still developing?
With Bam, last season starting with Bam, maybe the results weren't what you wanted. What did you learn from that experience, and what do you feel like looking back needs to be better as a duo in the front court to make that work?
I still feel like last year, we started off kind of weird with whole situation with everything, and after that, me and Terry, I think, fell out of the rotation. But also at the same time, I don't know what else I could have done a lot better. At the moment, you can't just, remove Bam, Jimmy, or Tyler out of the lineup, So something had to change. At the moment, it was me, I knew I had to find myself in a different role because Sport just wanted a different spark at the moment. And he was figuring stuff out, we was figuring stuff out. So I know I can play with Bam. We just got to be really precise and really strict in how we want it to look.
Nikola Jovic said that he was for the very first time in Serbia this summer. He could share time with your family, your friends. He tried new dishes in Serbia. What about that experience?
I mean, it felt great to see your head coach, come all the way to my hometown to see me play, and how it kind of helps you feel the way where like you feel like you're important to the team, and to the front office here, and it was great seeing them. Him and Adam are great people. We haven't talked a lot about basketball, more it was about our families, our lives, and it was just great seeing them in Serbia. Really.
What about off the court? I mean, did he try any weird dish or any food or something that?
I mean, no, nothing crazy. We went to one of our local restaurants. They spent some time, with my family too. So, I feel like it's really important for me, for them to get to know my family and for my family to get to know them because, these are the people that I spend the whole year with, So, yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
Going into year 4,
would you like to be a starter again, or do you enjoy the bench role, or you're perfectly happy doing that over your career?
I mean, of course, I'm going to be a starter. I feel like that's everybody's most important thing, and I would love to start this year. But as you guys saw last year, I did maybe better off the bench, and I think it's all about rotations and certain lineups, this and that. But of course, my main thing this year is to try and fight for the starting spot, and yeah.
how much are they still developing you in year 4?
I feel like you're trying to develop every year, Am I gonna try and do something different this year? Try and play like Tyler? Probably not. Am I gonna be the similar player that I was last year? Probably. But things I'm developing on, is being more precise. Being more efficient and trying to be smarter. And like I said, I'm not gonna go out there and shoot some crazy stuff and try to do something different. I just gotta be better at stuff I know I'm good at than trying to kind of perfect it.
How much stronger do you want to get?
I mean, I feel like I get stronger every year. I don't know how much stronger I want to get, but I know it's really important for me. It also depends on which role I play. I got to be able to move, and that's the most important thing. So if I can add a little more weight, I think that would be perfect.
How much weight have you gained since you drafted here?
I think when I was drafted, I was around 223. I'm around 245 now. So that's a lot. Thank you.
Thanks, Nico. Welcome back.